The afternoon light was perfect. 14-year-old Leo sat on the front porch steps with his friends, Jax and Sam, lazily tossing a basketball back and forth. It was a normal, quiet Tuesday, until the garage door began to slowly creak upward, accompanied by the dramatic, bass-heavy opening soundtrack of the Avengers blasting from a portable Bluetooth speaker. Leo froze. His eyes widened in sheer terror. No, please, no. The entrance of Captain Sentinel. Out from the shadows stepped Arthur, a 42-year-old accountant, devoted father, and self-proclaimed neighborhood vigilante. He was wearing a high-visibility yellow tactical vest over a compression shirt that was wrestling for its life, a pair of dark visor sunglasses, and a cape fashioned entirely out of a heavy-duty blue tarp. Strapped to his utility belt were 2 flashlights, a roll of duct tape, and a pouch full of granola bars. "Stand firm, citizens," Arthur boomed, tossing his hands onto his hips in a classic hero pose. The tarp cape rustled loudly in the light breeze. Jax stopped mid-chest pass. Sam's jaw hung open. "Dad," Leo squeaked, his voice pitching up 2 octaves. "What are you doing?" "I am no longer merely Dad," Arthur declared, stepping off the driveway curb with solemn intensity. "When darkness threatens the cul-de-sac, I am Captain Sentinel." The demonstration. Arthur paced in front of the 3 boys, adjusting his tactical gloves, which were, in reality, standard yellow dishwashing gloves. "I couldn't help but notice you boys were practicing your athletic prowess," Arthur said, pointing a gloved finger at the basketball. "Permit me to demonstrate true operational agility. Watch closely." Before Leo could hurl himself into the nearest bush to hide, Arthur went into action. The heroic sprint. He took off at a full sprint down the driveway toward the low brick wall separating their yard from the neighbors. The tactical vault. He planted a hand, attempted a fluid parkour vault, and immediately snagged his foot on a garden gnome. The land. With a loud oomph, Captain Sentinel executed a completely unplanned rolling tumble, flattening a patch of petunias before popping back up onto one knee, pointing 2 finger guns at the boys. "Area secure," Arthur wheezed, noticeably out of breath. The grand finale. Jax slowly began to clap. "Dude, your dad is wild," he whispered to Leo. "I'm moving," Leo muttered into his hands. "I'm packing my bags and living in the woods." Determined to lock in his legendary status, Arthur reached behind his back. "And for my ultimate maneuver, the smokescreen evacuation." He pulled the cord on a lawn care leaf blower modified with a fog machine attachment he'd spent 3 weekends building in the garage. The engine roared to life with a deafening screech, belching a massive, thick plume of artificial lavender-scented smoke directly into the front yard. "Fly, foolish mortals! Scatter!" Arthur shouted over the deafening engine roar. Within 10 seconds, the entire porch was engulfed in a dense cloud of purple mist that smelled intensely of fake flowers. Car alarms down the street began to go off. Mrs. Higgins next door stuck her head out the window, coughing loudly and waving a broom. "Arthur, are you setting off fireworks again?" she yelled. Through the purple smog, Arthur turned off the engine, beaming with pride under his visor. And that, boys, is how a hero controls the battlefield. The aftermath. When the smoke finally cleared, Jax and Sam were howling with laughter, recording the fading purple haze on their phones. Leo was sitting on the top step, his knees pulled up to his chest, staring blankly into the middle distance as if questioning every event in his life that had led to this moment. Arthur walked over, wiping sweat from his forehead with his cape, and dropped a granola bar into Leo's lap. "Don't worry, son," Arthur whispered with a reassuring wink, tapping his tactical vest. "Your secret identity is safe with me."